Last night, the moon turned red. Not with embarrassment, but with the Earth's shadow. And while most of us were brushing our teeth or doom scrolling, the sky was staging a cosmic theatre, one that's been helping farmers, poets, and physicists for centuries. But this wasn't just a harvest moon, it was a blood moon. A moon that's been blamed for jaguar attacks, royal disappearances, and shadow people lurking in tents. Welcome to Science Sideways, where we're going to take a look at the physics and the folklore of the blood harvest moon. But what is a harvest moon, really? Every month there is a full moon, and the harvest moon is the full moon that happens closest to the autumn equinox. In ancient times, this moon was a deadline, a cosmic reminder to reap what you've sown before frost and before darkness. This year it arrived with a twist, a total lunar eclipse, which, when viewed from Earth, made the moon seem to be a complete red colour. But what actually happened? Well, the moon entered the Earth's umbra, which is the darkest part of the shadow that falls on the moon in between the sun and the Earth. Direct sunlight was blocked, and only the red and the orange light waves, bent through the Earth's atmosphere, reached the surface of the moon, and that got reflected onto the Earth. It's known as Rayleigh scattering. Blue light gets scattered, and red light survived the journey. It's a bit like the moon borrowed the Earth's sunset for the night. Ancient Mesopotamians feared eclipses. They thought they were omens of doom. And during a blood moon, they'd hide the real king and install a substitute to absorb all the bad luck. And then once the eclipse passed, the real king returned. A camper once reported seeing a human-shaped shadow cast by the harvest moon looming near their tent. When they ran outside, nobody was there. The moon doesn't just light the path, it paints ghosts in the trees. Some nurses say that full moons bring chaos. Apparently, there's more emergency visits, more strange behaviour, and more unpredictability during a full moon. We've even got a dead scientist with a grudge to do with the moon and the eclipse. We've got Aristotle versus the flat earthers. During a lunar eclipse, Aristotle noticed the Earth's shadow on the moon was always curved, and he used this as proof that the Earth was spherical, throwing shade at flat Earth ideas over 2,000 years ago. The moon doesn't care if you're watching, but when we do, it reminds us that shadows can be beautiful, that myths and physics can share the same sky, and that sometimes the best harvest isn't grain, it's ore. Thanks for listening to this Science Sideways episode, where eclipses aren't just shadows, they're stories. If you've ever used a harvest moon as an excuse to skip your homework, this podcast is for you. If you're a student, a teacher, a parent, or just someone who likes their science with a side of mythology and substitute kings, share this episode. Tag a friend who needs reminding that even the moon has its dramatic moments. And if you're watching the sky tonight, remember, it's not just physics, it's theatre.